Students, I'm audible and screen is visible, right? I'm audible and my screen is visible, right? Fine. Let others to join the class. We'll start in 1 minute, okay? Okay, fine. So in the last class, we have completed with the pollination, pollinating agents, and all the thing, and double fertilization, all the thing completed, right? After the fertilization, what are the events are going to be taken place? Those are the things we are going to study today. Okay. So here we in the today class we are going to talk about the endosperm, then embryo, seed, fruit, and asexual reproduction, that is apomixis and the polyembryony. Okay. So this all the thing we are going to study today. 1 minute. Okay. I think you know all the topic which we have done in the last classes. If you know me, let us go for the question. Okay. I'm requesting you to answer me in the chat box. Otherwise, you can answer me in the poll also. Okay, fine. So here the question is, which of the following flowers, which of the following flowers can produce seeds even without pollinators? Okay. The question may be arise like this also, right? Not a direct question. Which of the following flower can produce seeds without pollinators? Option A, water lily. Option B, water hyacinth. Option C, yucca. And option D, clistogamous flower. For example, oxalis. Which one is the correct answer? Can you tell me, guys, which one is the correct answer? I will launch the poll. You can answer me in the poll. And also in the chat box, you can answer me, okay? Think once again before answering. We studied two types of the flowers, right? Chasmogamous flower and the clistogamous flower. Very good, Larti. Yes. Very good. What about others? Very good, Navya. Yes. I'm giving the clue also, guys. Hmm? Okay, fine. I'm going to end the poll. Let us see how many of you given a correct answer. See here, 17% given the A, and 33 given the B, and see 50% given the D option. See here what they're asking is not direct question, right? So what they're asking here is which following flower can produce the seeds without the pollinators? Means there is no pollination is required, right? If the no pollination is required means just think about which flower it is. Whether the flower is clistogamous flower or the chasmogamous flower. You all know that chasmogamous flower, when we talk about the chasmogamous flower. Chasmogamous flower means you know that there will be a self-pollination will also happen. There will be a chances of cross-pollination, right? Cross-pollination and the self-pollination. When you are talking about clistogamous, clistogamous means what? Closed flower, right? It is a closed flower. If the flower is closed means, do we require any pollinators? Tell me. If the flower is only closed means, tell me, is there any chance of cross pollination? Is there is any chance of cross pollination in the clistogamous flower? Tell me. Very good, Nikita. Tell me, guys. I want answer from you all. No, right? Yes. Navya is telling no. What about others? There is no. Very good, Nikita. There is no, not at all chance of a cross pollination. Then we don't require a pollinators. No, guys. Very good, Sanjana. No. So that's why here remember the correct answer is oxalis or the clistogamous flower. Okay. And remember, water lily and the water hyacinth will pollinate by insect or wind. Insect or wind. Okay. Then coming to the yucca, yucca is pollinated by what? We studied in the last class, right? Some of them will give the extra reward also. Yes or no? In the extra reward, we studied that. Moth. Yes or no? Moth. It is pollinated by moth. Very good, Larti. There is no chance, right? Okay. I think you understood. The for a correct answer is option D. All are given the wrong answer. Kindly see this slide, guys. Okay. Then we'll go to the next question. Here the question is Adarshan and reason question. You know yucca plant, right? Yucca plant is going to be pollinated by moth. Now the question is based on that. Yucca plant and the moth cannot complete their life cycle without each other. Okay. The reason is the moth deposits its egg in the anther of the flower yucca. Okay. In turn gets pollinated by the moth. What I want you to see here is kindly see everything word by word in the flower, which part. Okay. Kindly see word by word, then only you answer to the poll. Okay. Don't give me answer. Simply just see, then answer me. Very good. Very good. Very good, guys. Very good. Now you tell me, guys. Some of them is given the A answer, right? Why the A answer is correct? Can you tell me? If anyone given already in the poll means, can you answer me in the chat box, guys? Why you are given A? Very good. I'm getting most of them is the correct answer. Okay, I'm going to end the poll. Let us share the result. 62% given the A, whereas the 15% B, whereas the 23% C. Now I want Olar given the A answer. No, can you tell me why A, guys? A, why A? Any reason to choose A? What you're telling is A is correct, whereas the reason is wrong. Why? Just see here, guys. The moth is going to deposit its eggs in the anther. No, it's not deposit its egg in the anther. In the ovary, it is going to be deposit. In the ovary, yes or no? Give me thumbs up if you understood means. Not in the anther. It is going to deposit in ovary. The anther will fall off, right? After the fertilization. Hmm? It is going to be deposit in the ovary. Thank you, Swati Raj. Okay. So that's why the option A is correct. The assertion is correct. Yucca plant and the moth cannot complete their life cycle because they are mutual, right? They are in the mutual relationship, right? Then coming to the reason, the moth deposits its egg in the anther. No, in the ovary. So that's why it is wrong. The correct answer is A. Yes, Larti. Okay. I think you understood this. In the last class, we discussed about the dicotyledon root and the monocotyledon root, right? Dicotyledon seed and that embryo and the monocotyledon embryo, right? Now, I want to discuss the difference between both of them. Okay, I want your mingle in this topic also. See here, guys, what we studied in the dicotyledon embryo and the monocotyledon embryo, embryogenesis is going to be happen similar, but the final structure will be different, right? Here, the number of the cotyledons in the dicot is 2, whereas in the monocotyledon, it is 1. What is called as one cotyledon in the monocotyledon? That is scutellum, right? So here the scutellum is absent. We will not call it as a scutellum. Okay. Here you can see there will be a 2 cotyledon is there. And here you can see this is the embryonal axis, right? And here you can see this is the monocotyledon root. Here you can see that is embryonal axis. Now I want you to tell me, guys, in the monocotyledon root, where is the cotyledon is present? That scutellum is present, right? Either in the center or in the lateral side. Either in the center it is located or in the lateral side. In the lateral side, right? Okay. Then coming to the next. Yeah, then coming to the next, here you can see embryonal axis. Everything is between the plumule and the radicel here. Whereas in the monocotyledon, here also same. Then epicotyle. What is the epicotyle, guys? The portion of the embryonal axis above the cotyledon. Above the cotyledon, we called as epicotyle. Below the cotyledon, we studied that is hypocotyle. Right? It is there in the both monocotyledon and dicotyledon. Then coming to the plumule, the epicotyle. For example, we studied that epicotyle is there. This epicotyle means it will terminate in the plumule. It will terminate in the plumule. This plumule will give the future stem. Yes or no? This is epicotyle means this epicotyle terminate in plumule. This plumule will give the future stem. Okay. And here also same, the epicotyle terminates in the plumule and will give the shoot tip. Then hypocotyle, the hypocotyle tip will give rise to the root. Root in the dicot where it is absent in the monocot, because in the monocot we can see the radicel and the radicel, right? Then coming to the dicot, the hypocotyle terminates in the radicel. Radicel give rise to root. Here the portion lowermost of the embryonal axis will give rise to the radicel. And you know that Coleorrhiza, where we studied coleorrhiza? Coleorrhiza we studied in monocotyledon, right? Monocotyledon, where shoot is covered by the coleoptile, root is covered by coleorrhiza, right? I'm just revising, guys, what we studied in the last class. Okay. So radical, root cap that is present, undifferentiated sheath that is called as a coleorrhiza. Nothing but our root is covered by the coleorrhiza for the protection. Okay. Then coming to the coleoptile, that is a protective sheet covering the shoot. That we studied, both studied in the monocotyledon only, whereas it is absent in dicotyledon. Okay. So here you can see, guys, seed. That is a monocotyledon seed we studied, right? Here you can see this is the embryo part and this is the endosperm. Endosperm. Endosperm, you can see white color part is there. No, that is nothing but endosperm. And here you can see this is a seed coat. Seed coat. And here you can see this is the embryo, right? And here you can see it will look like this, right? You know corn, right? You eat corn, right? Whenever you're eating the corn, just open and you will see this. Inside you can see the embryo. Okay, there is another question for you. The sequential stages in the embryogeny. In the last class, we studied about the embryogeny, right? The zygote is going to be divided unequally, apical cell, and the embryonic cell is going to be formed, right? Suspensor, those all the things we studied, right? This is about that question. The sequential stages in the embryogeny in the dicot is. Okay, there will be a globular, pro-embryo, heart shape, mature embryo is there. You can go through this and you can give me the answer. Very good, Navya. Very good, Larti. Yes. Yes, Venu, correct. Yes, Hanuman. Yes, Monica. Very good, guys. Very good. What about others? Are you thinking, guys? Very good, Tanjur. Very good, Shruti. Very good, Navya. Yes. See, guys, the correct answer is option B. Right. We studied that. Here you can see option B is the correct answer. Zygote, pro-embryo, globular, heart shape, mature embryo. Polar don't know the answer. See this. In the last class, we have studied this, right? Here you can see the embryo sac. Then it is going to be give rise to the zygote. Then after the fertilization, it will give rise to the zygote. The zygote will divide unequally, right? Then here you can see it is going to be from the globular stage, heart shape. Then it is going to be from the torpedo. Have you seen torpedo, right? Torpedo stage. Then a mature embryo. This is a sequence. Okay? Fine. After the fertilization, what is happening? The flower, you cannot see the flower. Yes or no? What is happening to the flower parts actually? Let us see now here, okay? I want you to remember these points, guys. This is very, very important. Okay? Don't mug up anything, okay? Don't mug up anything in biology. Just understand. Okay? See here. After the fertilization, the other floral parts, which are those, the sepals, petals, stamen, style, stigma, those all are going to be fall off. Okay? All is going to be fall off from the flower, and you can see only the ovary and ovule. Okay? The ovary, after the fertilization, it is going to be developed, right? It is going to be developed into the fruit. Okay? The ovary is going to be developed into the fruit. Whatever the fruit you are eating, right? That is nothing but the ovary. Okay? Then coming to the seed, the ovule is going to convert into the seeds. You have seen, right? Seeds. In your kitchen only you can go, you can see so many different types of the seeds, right? So many pulses you can see, right? That is nothing but the seeds, right? Seeds. That seeds is nothing but, that is before converting to seed, that is ovule. Okay. Then coming to the egg. All know that egg is converted into zygote, right? We have studied that is a funicle, right? Where the funicle is helping the attachment of ovule to the placenta, right? Ovule to the placenta. Now what it's become is a stalk of the seed. You can see this type, right? In the pea, have you seen the pea, whole pea? Have you seen the whole pea, guys? It will be look like this. 1 minute. The whole pea, it will look like this, right? The pea will be attached like this, right? Have you seen? Have you seen the pea is attached like this? You have seen, right, guys? If anyone helped to their mothers, or if you know, if you like pea means you know this. Okay. Here you can see this is nothing but the stalk, right? This is nothing but the stalk, right? This is nothing but the funicle. Okay. Yes, yes. Okay, fine. Now this micropyle, the micropyle will become the, have you seen guys? The seeds will be there like this, right? The seeds will be there. In the seeds, you can see small pore-like structure, right? A small pore-like structure you can see, right? That is nothing but the micropyle that will become the future hilum. Hilum. Okay, it will become the hilum. There is a small pore will be there. Through that, the water and the oxygen will enter to the seeds. Now I have a question, guys. Seed is the living or dead? Seed is living or dead? What happened to the seed, guys? Whether the seed is living or dead? Living. If it is living means it will be green, right? What happened to the seeds now? Dead. If it is dead means when you sow that into the soil, how come the new life will be generated from the seed? If it is died means if you sow that in the soil, you keep on putting the water means it will germinate, right? Then how come the living cell will come from the dead one? Mummified. No, see here, guys, what will happen? No, seed is living only, but the metabolism in the seed is low rised. Means you know that the seed will undergo the dormant stage. Dormant stage, you know, dormant stage. Whenever you're upset, you will go and sleep, right? Are you going to available for everyone when you are like upset? Tell me. If Shruti is upset now, okay? Shruti is available for everyone. If the relatives come to home, Shruti will go arams and smiley and with you. Will you talk with everyone? Or just take any Venugopal, Megha, Varshini, take anyone. Are you going to talk with anyone, everyone with a smile, guys? If I am means I am not going to talk. Just I will go and sleep. Right, Nikita also. Right, I just if I am stressed and if I am not okay means I will go and just sleep. Right, like that, the seeds will become to the dormant stage. Is it Larti? Okay. You will be silent, right? Okay. See here, guys. Okay. So this seed will undergo for the dormant stage. When the seed in the dormant stage means it is not died, okay, it is living only. Dormant stage means our metabolism is slowed, okay. Metabolism is slow. Okay, so that's why from the hilum there will be a pore, right? Whenever you see the seed, kindly take the seeds in your hand, just see. There will be some dark color, a small hole will be there inside that. Okay, through that only oxygen is entering. If the oxygen is entering to that seed, means it will be living. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Then that is called as a micropilar. Okay. Then coming to the nucellus, you know that nucellus is going to be perisperm. In some, it is going to be converted into perisperm, but in some, it is going to be degenerate. Okay. Then outer integument. You have seen, right, guys? Embryo sac. Embryo sac is covered by outer integument and inner integument, right? There will be the ovaries there. Inside the ovaries, there will be ovule is there, right, guys? So outer integument we studied, then inner integument, then nucellus, then embryo sac. Yes or no? This outer integument, this is the inner integument, this is the nucellus. Nucellus, this is the embryo sac we studied, right? Here you can see the outer integument. Outer integument, what will become is the ovule outer integument. This is the ovule, right? The outer integument will become the testa, seed coat or testa. Okay. Then inner integument that will become the tegmen. Okay, inner coat. Inner coat will become the tegma. Micropyle is nothing but a pore-like structure, Panavya. A pore-like structure. In the ovule, you can see the seed if you take means, there, yeah, if you are in a home means you take any seed. Okay. There will be a small pore-like, small hole-like structure will be there, not opening, a small pore-like structure. I will show you in the coming slides. Okay. The micropylar region. Okay. Then coming to the inner integument, it will become a tegmen. Then synergid cell is going to be degenerate. Secondary nucleus will become the endosperm because double fertilization happened. No, it will become endosperm, and antipodal cells is also going to be degenerate. Okay, these all the things you have to remember. I will tell you in the coming slide now, Yashri. Okay, fine. Okay, now let us talk, guys. Just I want you to go back to the last class and just see here. Okay, go back to the last class and just to see here. See here, guys. In the last class, what happened? So here, there will be a central cell is there, and here is the egg cell is there, right? The male gamete come, it will fertilize it with the egg, and it is going to form a zygote, right? It is going to form a zygote. Zygote, right? This is a zygote, okay? And then the another male gamete was going to fuse with this, and this is going to be from the pen, right? Primary endosperm nucleus. Now you can see there, the zygote is there and the primary endosperm nucleus is there, right? Primary endosperm nucleus is there, okay? Now just imagine, the zygote is a baby, okay? Zygote is a baby. Now pen is a nucleus tissue, okay? Now the zygote is telling that zygote is telling that I want to grow, I want to grow. But there is no nutrition is there, right? The nutrition, now the pen will tell, I will give you the nutrition. Don't worry, you will grow. I will give you the nutrition. Don't cry. Okay. Now what will happen? The pen is started to prepare the food. Okay. Here you can see zygote. Now the pen is there, right? Now the pen is started to prepare the food. What it will do? The triploid is there, right? Triploid nucleus. Nucleus is triploid. Remember, okay? This triploid nucleus, it is goes on dividing. Okay. The triploid nucleus, it is goes on dividing. And now the baby or the embryo, now the embryo or this zygote will tell, no, I'm not satisfied this food. I need some other food. I'm not satisfied this food. I need some other food because cell wall is not there. Only free nucleus is there. Only nucleus is there. I want cell wall for the food. Now what will happen? The endosperm will tell, Ruko, don't worry. I will prepare the cell wall. Before forming the cell wall, you can see only the nucleus is divided, right? Only the nucleus is divided. This is called as a free nuclear. Free nuclear. Where you can see free nuclear means in the coconut water. Okay. Whenever in the home, the coconut, if you broke, if a mother doing the puja, they will broke the coconut means what they will do? They will take the water and they will give to you, right? How many mother will give to you guys? Tell me. How many of you in the home got this coconut milk water, coconut water in your home? If you are the younger one means obviously you will get. Yes or no? Nikita, very good. What about others, guys? In the home, the mother will give the coconut water when doing the puja, right? Or in the only kitchen, in the kitchen when they're preparing with the coconut, they will give coconut water, right? Yeah, that water is nothing but a free nuclear. In that water, the nucleus is not formed by the cell wall. The nucleus are free. Okay, Sanjan also get. Very good. Okay. Okay, that we will call as a free nuclear. In the free nuclear, what will happen? The nucleus, here you can see, the nucleus is going to be divided. Karyokinesis, you know, right, guys? Karyokinesis, only karyokinesis is going to be happen. Okay. No cytokinesis. So, no cytokinesis will be taken place in the free nuclear. That we can see in the coconut water. Okay. After some time, the endosperm told to zygote, right? Ruko, zara, I will also form the cell wall. Okay, be with the patients, right? Now what will happen? That endosperm is started to form the cell wall. Okay. Now what will happen? The zygote is there. It is forming the embryo, right? Now the endosperm is started the cell wall formation. The nucleus is there, right? With all the nucleus, it is started to form the cell wall. Okay. So now this is called as a cellular endosperm. Yes, this is the second one. The cellular endosperm is nothing but this. Cellular endosperm. Cellular endosperm means what? The endosperm divides its nucleus and also divides its cytoplasm. It is also forming the cell wall around the nucleus. It is forming the cell wall around the nucleus. Okay, that the cellular endosperm, the example is the white kernel you can see in the coconut, right? You will prepare the sweets and you are going to use that in the kitchen. Sorry, you are using that in the food, right? For the sambar and kind of the thing, and you are also eating, right? That white wala. That is called as a cellular endosperm. Do you understood this? How many of you understood this, guys? Tirtha, Tanjore, yes, Tirtha. In the temple also you'll get Tirtha, right? Thank you, Tanjore, for making me to remember Tirtha. Because in some of the temple you will get the corn, that what is that, Karpura water, right? Camphor water you will get. Tirtham. Okay, Priya, Tirtham, yes. In Kannada it is Tirtha. Okay, fine, guys. So now let us go to the types of seeds. Which are the types of the seeds there? Okay. The types of the seeds based on the absence or presence of the endosperm. Now only we studied, right? What happened? The zygote is started to eat that nourishment food, right? That is nutritious food. Endosperm is that seed, that embryo is eating that endosperm, right? Based on that, there will be a two types, guys. One is non-endospermic. Here, what is happening? The zygote or the growing embryo is very hungry. Okay, it is very hungry. It will eat up all the endosperm. Okay, it will eat up all the endosperm. There is no remaining endosperm is there. Okay, that is called as non-endospermic. The endosperm is completely consumed during the development. Okay, completely consumed during the development of the embryo. Okay, thus seeds are called as non-endospermic. Okay, non-endospermic because the seeds does not contain endosperm when it is grown, right? But it is ex-albuminous. Ex-albuminous means the albuminous means endosperm before it is having the albuminous, right? So that's why it is called as ex-military man, right? We will call as ex, right? If anyone is in the government service, ex-serviceman we will call, right? Here also X means before it is having the albuminous or endosperm, now it is not having. Okay. The example you can see here, gram, pea, groundnut, mango, sunflower. These all are example for the non-endospermic seeds. I think you understood this. Make a note of examples. Then coming to the endospermic seeds. As a name only telling that these are the seeds that retain the endosperm. Okay, means the growing embryo does not eaten up all the endosperm. It left some of the endosperm. Okay, it left some of the endosperm. The embryo does not consume all the endosperm during the development. Right? During the development, it has not eaten all the endosperm. Some of the endosperm is left out. Okay. So that is called as endospermic seed. Most of the monocotyledon we see, right? Those all are nothing but the endospermic seeds. Okay. The example wheat, maize, rice, onion, castor, coconut, and barley. These all are endospermic seeds. Do you understood this? Endospermic and non-endospermic. The concept is easy, but remembering the example is a task. You have to remember the examples. Do you understood this concept means? Give me your emojis. Thumbs up. Very good, guys. Very easy concept, right, guys? If the endosperm is there, persist in the embryo means that is called as endospermic. If the endosperm is not there, it is consumed by the developing embryo means non-endospermic. That's it. It is also called as endospermic is also called as albuminous. Okay. Endospermic is also called as albuminous seeds. Albuminous seeds. In the exam or in the AIT exam, if you got give the example for the albuminous seeds means you will think, ma'am didn't explain about the albuminous seeds. What is this albuminous seeds? We didn't heard of this, right? Albuminous seeds is nothing but endospermic seeds. Okay, remember. Shruti non-endospermic means the growing embryo, it will eaten up all the endosperm. The endosperm will be not present there. Okay. Here you can see non-endospermic. The endosperm is completely consumed during the development of embryo. Okay. Once the embryo is developed, right, in the seeds developed, right, on the seeds, there will be a no endosperm. That is called as non-endospermic. Okay. Now let us talk about the perisperm seed. What do you mean by perisperm mean? We have discussed it, right? The ovary is going to be become a fruit and the ovule is going to be become a seed, right? Here we have seen the structure, right, guys? Here we seen the embryo sac is there. See here, embryo sac is there, right? Embryo sac is covered by nucellus. Yes or no? Then a nucellus is covered by inner integument, and the inner integument is covered by outer integument. Yes or no? This is the outer integument and this is the inner integument and this is the nucellus. This is the nucellus and this is nothing but the embryo sac. And here we discussed also this, the outer integument and inner integument, this is not covered. That part we will call as a micropylar end. Micropylar, where the outer and inner integument is not covered there, right? So now, after the fertilization, this nucellus is consumed by endosperm usually. Okay, this nucellus is consumed by the endosperm because endosperm is goes on dividing, right? Goes on dividing. On that time, the nucellus will be become degenerated. But in some, what will happen? Some, the nucellus is going to be persist. Okay, this nucellus is diploid. Okay, it is going to be persist, where it is going to be persist, that is going to be from the perisperm. Okay, after the fertilization, the nucellus is going to be called as perisperm. Okay, here you can see in this diagram, the perisperm inside, there is a perisperm is there, that is going to be persist after the fertilization. Okay, this is, you can see that this is a dicotyledon embryo, this is a one cotyledon, second cotyledon. In the middle, there is a perisperm is there, perisperm. Okay, remember this diagram, inside there is a perisperm. Okay, that you can see in the black pepper, and in the pinus and in the castor, you can see the nucellus that is converting into the perisperm. Okay, fine. So then let us understood about the seed coat. We already discussed this. The seed after the fertilization, the ovule, this is the ovule, right? This is the ovule. Ovule is converted into the seed, right? Here in the seed, the outer integument, the outer integument converted into testa, right? This outer integument is called as testa, whereas the inner integument is going to be converted into the inner coat of the seed, that is called as a tegmen. Okay, and someone asked the question, right? What is that micropylar will become? Right? Someone asked the question. 1 minute. Yeah, Navyashri asked a question, right? In the micropylar, right? There you can see hilum. Hilum is there, right? It will be look like, right? This is having some pore-like structure from through the hilum where oxygen and water is going to be enter. Okay. Now you understood, pa? Now you understood? Okay. And here you have to see, guys, the seeds will undergo for the dormant stage, not for the dormitory. Okay. You'll go to the dormitory, right? Not to that dormitory. Okay. It will go for the dormant stage, means where it will lower its metabolism. Okay. Lower its metabolism. You can see some seeds are having the viability for only some months or for some year. Okay. After that, if you sow that seed also, it will not germinate, right? Means that is not having the capability to germinate. That seed means, okay, some seeds will not germinate. No, that's fine. Here you can see that the oldest seed that went on dormitory stage. Now you can see that is the Lupinus articus. This is the Lupinus articus. Okay, this is a Lupinus articus name that is digged from the Arctic tundra. This seed is germinated and flowered. Okay, that is germinated and give the plant, and it is also bloomed, that is given the flower. That is 10,000 years of dormancy. 10,000 years of the dormancy. After the 10,000 years of that seed got, that is germinated, and it is given the flower. Just imagine how it is protected by the seed coat. Okay. Now then coming to the, because that is in the dormant condition, no, there is another record that is a 2000 years back. 2000 years back, one seed, that the seed is the date palm, that is a Phoenix dactifera. Between these two, don't get confused. Okay. Date palm is 2000 years old. That is discovered during the archaeological excavation of the King Herald Palace. In the King Herald Palace, it was found. That is 2000 years old. That is also germinated, and that is also given flower plant. Okay, fine. You have to remember these two. These are the some albuminous and the non-albuminous seeds. You can go through this. This is also given in the NCERT, I think. And what are the advantages of the seeds? If the plant is producing the seeds, right? Why it is going to be produce the seeds? I want answer from you guys. Why plant has to produce the seeds, guys? Is any reason? Reproduction, very good. Plant is nothing but the sexual reproduction. Very good, Jainvi Hyderabad. The seed will tell that it is nothing but the sexual reproduction, right? What about the other things? For the perenniation, we are also facing some different seasons, right? In the different season, we will get the different food. No, we will get the equal, right? But in the plant, that is not a case, right? It has to store the food, right? It has to survive that condition, right? So for the perenniation and for the unfavorable condition, it will form seeds. It will form the seeds, right? And you know that seeds are adaptive strategies. Seeds are having some adaptive strategy. For example, if you take the seeds from Tamil Nadu, and if you take the seeds to the some other states, if you take from Karnataka, if you put to some other state, if you take from anywhere to the some other place, if you sow, that means it is going to grow, right? It has the adaptive things. Yes or no? And seeds have the reserve food for the nourishing the young seedling. Yes or no? It will nourish the young seedling. And then coming to the seeds are product of the sexual reproduction, and seeds are basis for the agriculture. Yes or no? For the agriculture, we will use the mainly seeds. Yes or no, guys? Right? We'll collect the seeds from different places and we'll sow that, and we will do the agriculture. For this reason, we require the seeds. Let us talk about the fruits. Okay. We all know that after the fertilization, the ovary is going to be formed. What? Fruit. Yes. Yes or no? Just imagine the flower, guys. The flower, all the parts of the flower are located on thalamus, right? Yes or no? On the thalamus, the petals, sepals, and ovary all are located on the thalamus, right? So here, the ovary is going to be, after the fertilization, the ovary is going to be form of fruit. Means that is called as a true fruit. That is actually edible, and that is also true fruit. Other fruit also edible only, but this is called as technically a true fruit. Okay. The true fruit that is developed from the ovary of the flower. Okay. The examples are mangoes, kiwi, and plum. Okay. In the mango, what you're eating part is, that is a fruit part only. Okay. And in the kiwi, what you're eating, that is also part is from the ovary part only. In the plum also, from plum also, that is also the ovary part only. What about in the apple? What about in the apple, guys? We are eating apple, right? How many of you like apple? How many of you eat the apple, guys? If you eat one apple, you can keep the doctor away. You can see that proverb, right? That word you can see, right? If you eat one apple, you'll keep the doctors away. Yes or no? Okay, yeah. Shruti told yes. Yes, you can see, guys. The apple part, you can see that apple we will call as a false fruit, because that is not originated, or that is not formed by the part that is called as a ovary. Okay. So the false fruit means, okay, here you can see the false fruit means that is also called as an accessory fruit, because it is not developed from the ovary. Okay. So that is developed from the parts of the flower other than the ovary. Other than the ovary, it is developed means we will call as ovary. Sorry, called as false fruit. The example for the false fruit are apples, pears, and the Strawberry. Strawberry. Okay. Can you tell me if the strawberry is the real berry fruit? Real berry? No, it is not actually a berry fruit. Okay. Strawberry is not berry. Okay. Here you can see, guys. This is a fruit. Okay. If you take the fruit, okay. So inside you can see the seed. This is nothing but the butter fruit. You can see the butter fruit, right? Here we are taken the butter fruit. Inside the butter fruit, you can see the seed. And this part, right? The fruit, the seeds is enclosed, right? That outer part is called as an endocarp. And the middle, what we are eating, right? That is called as a mesocarp. And this green thing we will call as a exocarp. Okay. Together, this all the things, exocarp, mesocarp, and endocarp, we will call as a pericarp. Okay. Remember this. Okay. Then coming to the types of the fruits, we studied that false fruit and the true fruits. Here you can see that this is a false fruit. The strawberry also formed from the thalamus, not from the ovary. Okay. The false fruit, apple and the strawberry. You can see that acine is present, right? Acine is present in the strawberry. The strawberry oil, it is made up from the thalamus. Thalamus. Where other parts are located, right? That is the thalamus. Example, you can see, guys. If you take, this is a flower. If you cut the apple, means you can take, this is a flower. The flower is having the pedicel, right? Pedicel. That becomes the stalk. Stalk. Okay. Here you can see fruit stalk. And this is the seed. Inside you can see that is a seed. You are throwing the seed outside. Okay. And ovary, that is covered by the ovary. And this is hypothalamus. What you are eating nicely, right? That is nothing but the hypothalamus. Okay. And this is the remnant of the calyx. Calyx part. Calyx, you know that, right? Sepals. Sepals, right? That is nothing but the calyx. That remnant part you can see on the above side of the apple. Okay. This is some more information for you. You can see the blackberry, right? Blackberry. Blackberry is called as an aggregate fruit. Aggregate fruit. Here you can see that this all the this will smaller one. This is attached to the single fruit, right? So how it is developed? This blackberry fruit, how it is developed means the type of the fruit that will be formed from the multiple ovaries. Multiple ovaries. Usually, you can see this is the ovule, right? This is the ovule in the single flower. It is a single flower means. Kindly see here. It is a single flower means this is the ovary and the one ovule will be there, right? The ovule will become the seed, right? And this ovary is going to be become a fruit, right? But here what will happen in the aggregate fruit is the type of the fruit formed from the multiple ovaries. There will be a many ovaries there in the same flower. Okay. A single flower. It is a single flower you take. A single flower it is. Okay. Single flower. But it is having many ovary. It is having many ovary. Many ovary. Okay. Many ovaries there. Okay. That we have studied over the apocarpus. Apocarpus, syncarpus, we studied, right, guys? Multiple pistil. Yes or no? Apocarpus and the, right? In that we studied, right? Like that kind of thing, where the type of the fruit formed by the multiple ovaries in the same flower. One flower, multiple ovaries is there, means that we call as the aggregate fruit. Whereas the pineapple, in the pineapple you can see that this is an inflorescence. This is a flower inflorescence. Flower inflorescence. Okay, it is a flower inflorescence. This flower is all are going to have a ovule, right? Sorry, ovary, right? These all are going to be developed into the fruit. Okay, that is called as a multiple fruit or the composite fruit. Okay, pineapple is called as a composite fruit or the multiple fruit. The fruit that develop from the entire inflorescence. This is the entire inflorescence. So many flowers you can see, right? From the entire inflorescence, one fruit is going to be developed. I didn't understood Tanjur. Make it, ma'am, it take much time to grow. Yeah, it will take much time to grow. Yes. Arek nut. I didn't know Tanjir. I will check and I will tell you in the tomorrow next class. Okay. Okay. Then coming to this pineapple, I told you, right? The pineapple is having the fluorescence. The flowers are arranged. So many flowers will be there in that. Those all the inflorescence is going to be developed into the fruit. Okay, that fruit is going to be called as a composite fruit. The example for that also, that you can take a pineapple also and jackfruit also. Jackfruit is also example for this composite fruit. Okay, fine. Here you can see, guys, in the coconut. In the coconut, you can see the outer cover. This cover is green color, right? Actually, green color. It is a dry. In the, it will be in the green color in the young, right? When it will be young, it is green color, right? You can differentiate on that. Okay. This is called as a exocarp. The green color wala outer side, that is called as the exocarp, and a middle fibers will be there, right? Fibers, that is called as a mesocarp, and the coconut shell is there, right? That is called as a endocarp. Okay. But what we are eating in the coconut is seed. We are eating the seed in the coconut. Okay. That is nothing but the endosperm. Endosperm we are going to eat. Okay. Yeah, we are going to eat the endosperm. Yes or no, guys? Not seed. Endosperm is we are going to eat. That that is liquid sorry. That is the what endosperm we are going to eat? Cellular endosperm, right? Cellular endosperm we are going to eat. Okay. Fine. This is about the mango. Mango also you have to remember, guys. Here you can see the outer we will call as epicarp, and the middle one that is called as a mesocarp, and the seed will be there, right? The seed will be seed, and here you can see that seed is covered, right? The seed is covered whenever you are doing the pickle. When you're doing the pickle on the time, you will get some hard thing, right? While plucking the seed, right? That is nothing but the endocarp. Okay. Endocarp. Endocarp is not died, pa. Yeah. That is died only. That is died only, pa. That is died, okay? Inside that, seed will be there, no? Only that will be living. Rajwal, do you understood? Very good question. Okay, I think you understood this. In the so many of the exams, you'll get the question from this. Remember. Okay, fine. So here we'll go to the parthenocarpy. Parthenocarpy, what do you mean by parthenocarpy? Means the fruit will develop. We studied that. After the fertilization, what happened? After the fertilization, the ovary is going to be developed into the fruit, right? But here, what will happen? The fruit is going to be developed without the fertilization. Remember, guys, the fruit is going to be developed here without the fertilization. Can you tell me, without the fertilization, how it is going to be developed? Can anyone guess, guys? How it is going to be developed without the fertilization? Without the fertilization, how it is going to be developed into the fruit? Just imagine, guys, the pollination is also not required in the parthenocarpic fruit. Okay. No pollination also required. No pollination also required. What they will do, right? There's a parthenocarpic fruit means. So here, the fruit develop without the fertilization, and this is also called as seedless fruits, right? The seedless fruits we will tell. So here what will happen? When the flower will be there, no, for the flower they will apply the auxin and the gibberellin. Okay, auxin and the gibberellin they will apply. If they apply, that means without the fertilization, that flower, it is undergoing the ovary is going to be developed, and it is going to be developed into the fruit without the fertilization or without the pollination. Okay, just we have to apply the auxin. Just we have to apply the auxin and the gibberellin. Okay, for the tomato parthenocarpic, we will use the auxin, and for the grapes, we are using the gibberellin. Just remember, you have seen that seedless grapes. How many of you saw that seedless grapes, guys? I think, have you eaten seedless grapes? Seedless grapes, I think everyone eaten that, right? Seedless grapes. Yes, right. So that is nothing but seedless grapes is nothing but made from the parthenocarpy. Now it is induced in some of the like in the banana and in the grapes, it is induced actually. We are getting the seedless only. Okay. And you can see the pineapple also, and the you can see it is if it is a seedless. How many of you like the watermelon? Removing the seed from the watermelon is a big task, right? If anyone give the watermelon by removing the seeds means you are happy to eat the watermelon, right? So they will prepare the watermelon without the seeds also. Okay. And just remember, these plants which all are produced without the seeds, right? It is not going to again grow by the seeds because these are not having the seeds, right? It has to reproduce only by the asexual method. It has to reproduce by only the asexual method by cutting the stem. We can use the stem cutting, right, for the growing of the plant. By that method, we can grow this plant, but not by the seed or the sexual reproduction. Parthenocarpic plant. Okay. And why these all are useful means this parthenocarpics are useful means in the industry, for the food industry you can take, and for the cosmetic industry they will use fruits, and for the food industry they will use the fruits, right? Where while preparing the fruit juice or preparing something from the fruit, the seed will be like seed will be removing the seeds will be the task, right? So that's why the seedless fruit will be helpful for the industry, not for the others. Okay. It will helpful for the others also because with removing the seeds, it will be difficult task for us, no? But it will be more useful for the industries. Okay. I think we are left out with only 2 minutes, I think. The another topic we are going to study is the apomixis and the polyembryony. You can see this slide, and we will do this in the next class, and we will do the MCQs also. Okay. If applicable for the all the plants, not applicable for the all the plants. Only some plants will show up. Kiran AR. Okay, fine guys. This is about the today's class. In the next class, we are going to solve all the MCQs. Okay, we are ended with the chapter. Only this topic is left out. We are completing this topic and also solving the MCQs. Okay. Well, coming to the next class, kindly read and come this chapter. Okay. Fine. So I'm launching the class feedback for you all. Kindly go through the feedback and give me feedback. Okay. And I want everyone to answer, everyone to participate in the poll in the next class. Okay, whether it is correct or wrong, no issue. Okay, participate in the poll. Okay, guys, this is about the sexual reproduction in the flowering plant. Okay, kindly read once again the topic, these topics, and solve all the MCQs, guys. Thank you, Priya. Solve all the MCQs which are given in the module, or if you are in the home means kindly go to the MCQs in the web and you can solve so many MCQs. If you got any confusion over there means ask in the class. Whenever you ask the question in the class, the others will also understood the topic, right? If you are asking the question, then only I will assume that you are understanding the topic correctly. Okay, guys, ask me questions and kindly solve so many questions. Then only you will get a good in topic. Okay, fine. Thank you so much, guys. Let us meet in the next class. And happy Sunday. Do you have any questions, guys? Bye, Monica. Yeah. If you're still not given the feedback means kindly give me your feedback. And how you felt about this chapter, guys? Is it difficult? No, Priya. Tomorrow is Sunday, no class. Hmm. Okay, guys. Solve more questions. Yeah. Thank you. We'll meet in the next class.